that is producing liquid waste here. You know, there are two gutters on this end. When you come to the residential area, there's not even a single gutter. And looking at this is on the side of our road. We think we can easily be connected here. Which is not happening. Yes, that road here, this one brought it and connected it here and here. It's connected. If you look at the other side, you see it's
yeah, this side. Yeah, well, it has to be addressed. Yeah, we blocking part of the canal and it is still there. No, we decided we had to spot it. Physical ground. It's still there.
They will determine what is required. They will determine that.
Yes, exactly. Because there's a blockage at the end. You know, they just minimize the size of the trench. So they've encroached.
They tend to divert. So that can divert. And then be careful, there are some floods and dollars here. Crocodiles are here. Crocodiles are here.
Mo wuli kilim de tambela de mo namante ike fango ya dal ike lo ameta ari de dura be ngane de mo sira kulode ya fa kada le ne men na tani men ngani mbuolo lida kuma tayere amanto data kem shida tari poto la nina dimbabe mun fele silo fala ben de lubefa yo bien ala be selela ha na ko abe mol fala ni mota fo libanule kana ntela di silo bloku kama olufa sauta dini wo betola ni ndio kono bambo fana mbe fango be bolale kaduni kordal be kono ni ya yake aduna tande malade adu semo be masale inshallah na fomo ye ali bo ngabu nyinte ni dula kote ne munyinte mo te hani la kanyi tata ben sulaya bari mambo ka mfunga mdume ne dini wolu ni musol bele tata sadi saba koma
na to wala bi inshallah fero be sokka
alu ndema
inshallah
alkel mo bakko fiyo ci sera ha
Yes.
This one TV, yeah?
Good afternoon, Honorable. It's indeed a pleasure having you here as a representative of this community. So what would you love to tell us about the visit and about the drainage at the conservation?
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, I thank the community of Ebo Town, from the council, the BDC, and the concerned people of Ebo Town. There is a concern with regards to the ongoing work through construction. Yes, we appreciate the work. We all appreciate the work. The government is great in that they have given us work. Every development is so difficult. Because we are currently encountering now is one, round of humps. The community of humps. Number two, compounds are very close to the road. Look at the level of these compounds. When they are in we are expecting public flooded. So what can the government do for them? I mean, that's the reason why the vice president was here. Yes, yeah, look at what is happening and what is to be done. He promised that when he go back to his stakeholders, to let them sit together and look for a solution to this. Currently, NDMA, National Road, NRA, they were all here, the ministry, they were all here. So, stakeholders come together. I think when they see the location, there can be a solution to it. Currently, as we are seeing now, we all have to see it. The difficulties are here, and we have to get the good. If there is no solution, there will be problems. And this is we are expecting heavy rains. When they are heavy rains, we expect flood. And when they are flood, the community should. You may go to, but they cannot survive. It makes no sense. So we are still appealing to government, the vice president, the president, to take immediate action to the community solution.
So you being a National Assembly member, representing this community, so what necessary step would you take based on your capacity to hold the discussion if it takes too long? Because based on the weather prediction from the Department of Resources, there would be flooding. So what step will you take?
What step have we taken? We are going to take those steps. Because I didn't invite the vice president, I don't want to ask me a question. For this question, I want to ask them. Concerns that have been the people. I debate with and I have been debating on this, and I will continue debating on this. Until this problem is solved, I will never stop it. So definitely, I will never stop my debate, and I will never stop my argument, and I will never stop asking for the help that they should do for this people. Because without those help, this makes no sense. But as an MP, I am following with the ministry, ask them, we have been going to the ministry, going to NRA together as a team. I never let them behind. I always come consult the ministry, because our last meeting was at the we met as stakeholders, discuss and look the way forward, and definitely we continue doing that. Today you see this place full of people who are there, they are the stakeholders, and they are concerned stakeholders. The two accounts are here, with the community, with the BDC, with the council. That shows that it has been an ongoing thing, and we will continue, it will never stop.
So, like, if you are to look at the time frame, how soon do you think this is going to be implemented? Because rainfall is not fast.
You know, as government, you had it here. This one, I respect him. And currently, they cannot take I respect the organizations are coming. They cannot take the elections. They can only create it, compact it, and leave it as it is. For this one, it must be properly studied, not just do it for the sake of doing it. Every day, we have to study. You cannot fix pipe here for just one incident. Next minute, it will block. It's not that you have solved a problem, not solved a problem. Let there be a proper study and come with a solution that will make the whole solution for the last part of the road. But not only for a period of 1 year. Next year you start something again. I don't want that. At the initial stage, they came that I want to put pipes here. I said no. Why pipes? Pipes for what? You don't need pipe. You put a pipe in this compound here. The compound is complex. Guess what? It's very open. Water comes in. It goes to the other thing. Particles. Waste. If it blocks, where does water goes away? It comes back to the compound again. So let's create something that's the solve for the rest of the last part of the not for a temporary. Let it be an everlasting problem and an everlasting solution for the problem.
So do you think as a representative, have you been consulted before they started the project? And then if possible, have you been given brief information about whether an impact assessment has been conducted?
As I told in my initial intervention, we have been contacting the ministry. Initially, this was on the other side of the road. Many compounds have gone down. Many compounds have gone down. At initial stage, but we have to sit together and discuss as a community. Say, no, we want road, but we also want to suffer also. If we bring this compound down, where is it going to go? What are you going to compensate based on the current rate? What is the current rate? You vanish somebody's compound at $10. When he goes out of the compound, it costs $100. Do you solve his problem? We say no. Let's do the site we want, where we have what we want, not all, at least one side, the water side is a shallow grade, and then the community can stay within the life. But if you want, the initial plan was to demolish many compounds here, to demolish almost 90% of the compounds compared to this one. Where did they stop? They only for defense, but they have gone deep inside the building. You go down there, also the same thing. On P2, many compounds were demolished. But we do our intervention. We appeal, we stand with them, we were there, we discussed as a family. And the family solution to say, no, let's take option B. Option B is to really stop the road and then allow them to stay there, but with minimum impact. So at the initial stage, we started before the road started, before even the demolition. I told them, don't demolish to our pay. Don't start without competition. This is why we have said expensive, because we are paid before everything. So I said, no, pay before the money. They are still claiming for money. They are not paid. But in those one here, kind of thing, in my constituency, alhamdulillah, we see alhamdulillah. They are competitive. If anybody was competitive, they are problem with you. When you are satisfied, you have to go and then do the value, how much it is your value command, and then you compute it together. But all this things that anyone who was affected was paid. So this is what we were doing to make that things are so easy.
Yeah, excuse me, Honorable. One of the occupants was saying that he was not paid, if I can remember, at that point. He was not being compensated. Yep.
I will say, no, I'm coming. I know. They came here. He was cleaning his sockaway. He was given a cost. He was paid. And yet he still cleaning for more. That was what caused the delay here. That was why they delayed here. People are all paid. They were all compensated. But because of his sockaway, he was compensated by his sockaway. He was asking for more money. What he was giving, the amount was small. But they were all paid. I said they were all paid. I made a promise on everything. There was only one thing that was not paid.
Okay, why I raised that, I want clarification on that issue. Because when you said I'm not paid, and you are saying it's paid, so you need to clarify yourself.
The only one that was not paid was the lady that had an error with her name. There were two Aminjais. They paid those amount to one Aminjai. So when we met, I asked them to stop that amount that they paid to save Aminjai. That was right, they will work on it and then they took back the money and paid the lady. But it's okay now.
Is it the compensation, is it equally or according to the...
Depends on what they value. The impact of the assessment. So it's only a fence, they pay you a fence. There is a fence and they in your compound, they pay you. But everybody was competitive. All those men come here, they always come to me. The last finding was at the end point of the boat, the entrance on your right hand side. I don't know the name of the family. They came to me. The problem they had was family issue. Who is to be paid? Family compound, if he's a brother, I'm a brother. We are not in town, I will say no, don't pay, they pay me. So you must come to them and give, because if that is no more alive, it goes to one. Family issue. And the head must take his stand, because they must pay to an account to your ID card.
I mean, I want you to ask one thing, like the construction. Is it the plant, or they followed by the plant, what the sketch of the plants that they construct the road, the designer?
This project has a contract and consultant. So what by NRA? These are OIC projects. They have a contractor, it's a PTC, and the consultant is around.
Now what I'm trying to raise is it negligence of the contractor, or it is not in, it is in part of their...
What is part of what?
The drainage.
according to the NRA, they said they reduced the scope of the work. It was reduced because when you want to bring in a drain, it will be 12 meters. So 12 meters from there is going to be where? From there, 12 meters, it's going to be where? Don't enter in this compound. So that's why they say they stop the drain. But that was not the initial agreement with us. The initial agreement was one side drain and the other side shallow drain. But now they say when they did the survey, they came back and said drains are impossible. Then they make it the slope on one side, allowing shallow drain to happen so that the flow will go back, go to Sangosi. But still in Sapon there were no rains. So let's observe what will happen this year.
Alright, so how do you, just to give us like, what do you wish to see? At the same time, how do you feel about the ongoing project?
As I said, we appreciate when it comes to if any of these people are here, it helps the community. It opens the business. You see people doing stores, you see people doing ABC. It's encouraging and it makes easy access for people to the highway. If you want to, before you want to use this road, it was a nightmare. But now, mashallah, but as I said, there are difficulties, there are challenges, and those challenges are the ones I understand. And we continue appealing to them to make sure those challenges are being solved. But definitely we appreciate the road. We really appreciate it. There are roads with straight line and everything. We appreciate it. And also the water, also, they relocate the water. If you see what else are there, you can look at those areas. These are all water pipes, fresh ones. Before you've seen the short ones, the small ones, the small floating tubes that they were getting before, but now they are big pipes. So they will extend to the compound. It's very appreciated.
Are you a resident? Wait, we are high in it.
I'm the councillor. The ward councillor.
Okay. Ward councillor.
Yes. KMC. In the local level.
I think your phone is ringing.
Yes.
Are you set?
Okay, sure.
Can you just give us your name and the person that games you? Your name and
Yeah, I'm Habib MLCC, councillor for New Jeshwang, Ebo Town ward.
Okay, so based on the observation, so what can you tell us about this project?
Yeah, to be honest, like a representative of New Jeshwang Ebo Town community, when the concerns were raised from the people of this ward about the road construction, the OIC road projects from New Jeshwang, from Old Jeshwang cemetery down up to the Alcalos gate. The road, they have P1 and P2, So I think, when the community raised that, most of the compounds on the on the roads they constructed, they did not have a drainage system, they did not have any salon drain. So it's a big concern for us. So when the information reached to our double DC, then as a double DC, we met and we discussed. And also, involve the government agencies and the ministries that are responsible for road constructions. The Ministry of Road Infrastructure is there, the Ministry of Works, and also the Ministry of Local Governments. It's just a combination of all the stakeholders within and all the government agencies. So we met and start to route to them to tell them about the challenges that our community are facing. Then from there, our double DC, our disaster committee chairman, which is Alajo, which is my assistant, have a series of meetings with the victims and some of the stakeholders. So, and today, the vice president came. And when the vice president came, we show him and tell him all the challenges, the community is facing. And the vice president assured us that, he will do the utmost best to make sure that, the situation is addressed. And that's what we are looking for. Because, we are directly elected by our people and answerable to the people. And we must do exactly what they need. And I think, that's what we are doing.
So being part of the ward council, so looking at the way the construction has been done, so didn't you think that this is like, isn't it a failure for the government to provide proper drainage systems in order to prevent houses or compounds that are along the street not to be affected by flooding, because Ebo Town and then other residential areas are also victim to flooding.
Yeah, I think your question is very, very important. In any project, there should be a feasibility study. A feasibility study includes that you have to communicate the people that are on the ground. If those communications are existed, such things will not happen today. But I believe, if we have a law that is governing us as a local authority, and also our constitution, which is the supreme, book of our land. And I believe, if the ministry consulted the local government will also make sure that they consulted the grassroots, the ward, and the ward development committee, so that we sit, and be part of the plan. But all those things were not happening. Though, as a community, we really appreciate the road. We appreciate the road network. But the challenge is that everybody is crying today. If such consultations were properly done, such things will be avoided. And I believe in Ebo Town, jeshwang, you cannot construct a correct route and leave drainage and saloon drains outside of it. It will turn into disaster. If rains happens today, come on, I can say 65% of the households in this community will be flooded. So that's what we avoid as a community. That's why we reach out to all the stakeholders, talk to them, and engage them to make sure that such things will not happen. And I believe consultations and collaboration and coordination is key to any success thing. And I believe, for us as a community, that's what we demonstrated. And like the Vice President told us, they make sure that, they give us, our antibiotic, that, the problems that we are looking to make sure that, they address it.
Yeah, we realize that implementation takes time, and the rainfall is almost at the corner. So, what are other options that you have in case if the decision is not implemented? What's going to be the next step?
Yeah, like I said, for us, we are representative. We are the mouthpiece of the people. We will make sure that the concerns of the people, the concerns of our electorate, we raise that to all the stakeholders, and that's exactly what we did. So it's left to them. And I believe, if they are addressing the needs and aspirations of the people, as a representative who has a position holder in the government, they make sure that they address the needs of the people. And I believe these things are not magic. If whether rainy season or not rainy season, if they want to fix the problem, come on, it's not that much difficult. The ministry and the agencies that are responsible for the road construction, the contractor, they said they took a consultant and a contractor. They know exactly. I believe those people should do their feasibility study correctly before implementation stage. So if such things happen, then the residents of this community rise up to say that they are not happy with the road construction. I think it's their right, and as a representative, we make sure that we direct them and we lead them to whatever their challenges is and whatever they complain, to make sure that they solve the problem.
Is there anything that you wish to share that I have forgotten to ask?
Yeah, like I said, the rainy season is coming, and I think jeshwang Ebo Town is a hotspot area when you come in terms of disaster. And I think today all the stakeholders, they all came here. The ministry responsible for road infrastructure came. The Ministry of Local Government came. The agencies that are responsible, NRA, NDMA, they all came. And we put our complaint to them. And I think, like we told the Honorable Vice President that, please let these things not be just a mere visit. We want action, because the people of this ward, come on, I believe, we exhaust all the avenues that, we should knock. We knock all the doors to make sure that such things is addressed. And I believe, such things will be addressed in the soonest time. Not that, because of, they just come MA visits. And on behalf of the community also, I thank the Vice President and his delegation for visiting or to come to our community to make sure that, he visited the hotspot areas and our concern. Thank you.
We need a lady, at least